Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my Ruth book. It's from Ella Roetz, Bible journaling. We just recently finished a study on the Book of Ruth that we were doing over in Embracing God's Word on Facebook. And one of the themes, the major themes for the Book of Ruth was integrity. And it amazes me how God sort of just reinforces things for me all the time. And while we were studying this book, I just came across integrity everywhere I looked. This printable is actually from LaRochelle Bible journaling, and we had just finished a session on integrity with her as well. But I promise I will post links for all the things that I mention here, so you know where to find them. But the idea behind the corset was that it kind of just holds everything together, which is what integrity does, right? So I prepped the page with the gesso, and I will link this printable as well. I got the physical book from Ella Roetz, one of the advantages of being in the same country as her. But if you're not in South Africa, you can still buy the digital version of this book and the printable kit that goes with it. I'll link that. So you can see I've used my craft knife to actually cut a little hole in the corset, and I'm going to be tucking some flowers in there a little bit later. But just getting it ready, I want to use a pencil just to lightly outline where the corset is going to go, because I'm going to use some mixed media techniques to create a really pretty skirt. This is tissue paper that I got from a gift, and what I'm doing here is I'm using my gesso and scrunching up this tissue paper, and I'm actually going to glue it to the page with the gesso. So you can see I apply the gesso underneath the tissue paper and again on top of the tissue paper. Now this is a really awesome technique that I learned from Theresa Bouwer. She has the Trinket Treasure Art Club, and she has got to be by far the most gifted mixed media artist I know. But I'll post links for her as well. You can follow her on Instagram, you can follow her on Facebook. She is just incredible, and she just knows so much. Her product knowledge is unbelievable. If you're not sure about how to use something, ask Theresa. So I wanted to get the effect of the skirt kind of almost billowing out from underneath the corset. So that's what I was going for with the tissue paper. This is a really pretty, like a white tissue paper with tiny little gold dots on. I know the camera doesn't do it justice. It doesn't pick up how shiny and pretty it is, but it is, believe me, it's shiny and it's pretty. And you know me, I like shiny things. I like bling things. But this is a little bit of a messy project, so just fair warning. This is a bit of a messy project, and it takes a while to dry. So once you've finished actually putting the skirt together, you'll see that you don't see it, but I had to leave it for a while to dry before I could come back and carry on working on the page. You can also use a heat tool, obviously, to speed things up. But when it was dry, I was ready to carry on. And the first thing I wanted to do was add some more depth and dimension to the skirt. And to do that, I'm using some FineTec Pearlescent watercolor paints. And these I got from another local supplier called Lady Wisdom. I'll link her online store for the local girls here in the description of the page as well. And these paints are just unbelievable. It's Theresa's fault for showing them to me. You know I like shiny things. But the pigment on these paints is just unbelievable. But as far as I know, you can order them from Amazon as well. They are available in most places. But I will link them so that you can go and have a look. But beautiful pigments. So using a double-sided foam tape, I'm just creating a little bit of depth and dimension to this page. I want this corset to stand out a little off the page. So if if you're journaling in a book that doesn't have a ring bound or spiral binding, the extra bulk can sometimes make it difficult to get the book closed. But if you do have a ring bound book, like an illustrating Bible, there is a little more freedom in terms of creating bulky pages. And I love my bulky pages. So this printable from Ella Roetz, this physical book, I actually had it rebound with a bigger spiral binding because I know me and I know I like to bulk up my pages. I've added little faux pearl stickers in the place of where the buttons would go, and it's just so pretty. But the idea of integrity, as I was saying, that just really stood out for me these last little while was, well, C.S. Lewis defined integrity as doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. But what I learned is it's more than just that. It's not just doing the right thing even if no one is watching. It's doing the right thing even if the person you're doing it for can do or give nothing to you in return. And this is what we see in the Book of Ruth. We see Ruth behaving with integrity in her commitment to Naomi, in her willingness to work hard. She worked hard for what they had. And we see Boaz behaving with integrity in the way that he treats the people that work for him, that he treats them with respect and honor, even though they could technically do nothing or give him nothing in return. He still behaves with integrity. So we really see this as a major theme in the Book of Ruth. You can see that I've been sticking my flowers, and I stuck the ribbon down with a gel medium. This is a heavy gel medium, and it works very, very much the same as like a glue. But it's great for sticking down these slightly heavier elements and making sure that they actually stay where you've stuck them. It's messy again. It's a bit of a messy page, but I really had fun creating this. And you'll see that I go on to spread flowers everywhere on this page because it's me and more is more, and I can. Now, with the same thick gel medium, I'm applying it to the ends of my ribbon, and you can see that I can create these sort of twirls with it, these loops, and it will actually dry stiff. So the ribbon will dry stiff in those shapes. I wanted it to look a bit like it's blowing in the wind. That's kind of what I was going for. And then you'll see I also add more of these little faux pearls and faux diamante gems that I'll stick across the page just for that extra bling, because a girl can never have too much bling, right? And so you see, to finish off the page, I went back to my FineTec watercolors and I used the gold kind of around the edges and some more splatters. And then this is the Stabilo oil pencil in a brown, and you can see how I'm using it around the edges and on the flowers just to create that extra dimension and depth to the page. So I hope you enjoyed this, and remember to like and subscribe so you can follow me for more fun process videos. Bye!